Trigger warning. Violence and adult themes will be discussed. Satire and humor are commonly used to help digest strong topics. Education and conversation are welcome. Viewer discretion is advised.
I am the hoe you know around the studio. I will. No, I'm joking. I'm playing with y'all. Guys, gals, and guests, honey. Yes, honey. Can somebody tell me about this mess, honey? Babe.
Look at you, baby. I just can't wipe away. Is it really worth saving? Cause I can't seem to erase the.
Okay, honey. Which one of y'all told y'all child to go light himself on fire? Because he didn't have the money to afford the graphics. Baby, ChatGPT would have did it for me before I set myself on fire. Kids, do not try this at home. He shouldn't have tried it in the first place, honey.
Really worth saving, cause I can't seem to erase the memories of.
Yeah. Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll. They be forgetting to stop, drop, and roll, don't they? What is wrong with them, y'all? Where do y'all be getting these kids from, honey? Baby, the Himalayan. Is that where y'all be adopting them from?
Got the right bitch, no lefty. Walking my truth, don't fuck with my 17. Crawl for you, walk, run it, catch me. Got a sharp tongue, spit it, machete. Mean beat, but a nigga never slept me. Watch your mouth, unless you wanna catch these. Mic check, testing. Can you hear me?
Stop playing, y'all. Stop playing. Why y'all be playing all the time? Armani Zay. Armani Zay, is that you in that chat bothering me? Is that you in that chat rushing me? I told you I'm trying to have everything on charge. You know what happened? You know what happened last time, huh? Baby cut me too short this shit, honey. No, baby, it had cut me right off in the middle of my tea. Yes, y'all, this live is going to be in place of the live that typically comes on Fridays. I will not be available to record tomorrow. I will not be available to stream tomorrow. We will be rehearsing tomorrow for that play that I told y'all that I'm in, honey. Baby, come check us out if you can. Honey, I'm telling you, there's some things going on. This is a good play. Honey, it is. Bre, they got you in the church play? Yes, it's a play that has a religious character. A religious main character, but this is not a church play. Honey, babe. It is very PG-13, honey. Do not think that this is Medea's Halloween. Baby, but yes, come out and support us, honey. It's written by a Black female writer, Black female director, a woman-owned theater. We doing things. This is how community come together and make art. Yeah, and they threw a transgender in the mix. They then threw a tranny in the middle of the coalition. But since we're talking about what's coming up for me, just a reminder real quick, honey, yes, we will be over there with Stevie on the 20th, honey. That is 4 p.m. Eastern time on May 20th. We will be over there, Styled by Stevie, on that YouTube channel. Honey, yes, don't miss it, honey. I'm going to be interviewing. Y'all don't never want to miss it when I'm going to be interviewed, because that's when it's going to be an entire fool. But I told y'all that we had a lot going on. We had a lot going on this month. And then, Pride season is right after that. Whoo! And as Pride season jumps off, honey, we're going to be having the Baltimore Free Ball. Don't forget about the Baltimore Free Ball, honey. It's going to be given what needs to be given, honey. The girls of Baltimore have been waiting for the free ball to come back, and now it's here. Now it's here, honey, and I plan to see you there. I plan to see you there. Yeah, baby, books and busy. Books and busy, honey. Speaking of somebody who's booked, but not necessarily, well, no, let me rephrase that, honey. I'm booked and busy, but we're going to speak on somebody who is busy but not booked. Child, as we discuss Pride season, I got to make y'all aware of the Washington, D.C. Pride stalker in the mess. Honey, it's a stalker in the mess, y'all. A stalker in my house. It's a stalker in the Capitol, honey. On April 17th, a D.C. Superior Court judge rescinded an anti-stalking order he approved on February at the request of Capitol Pride Alliance against local LGBTQ activist Darren Pasha. Yep, this is Darren. Honey, this is Darren. Now let me break the tea down for you, honey. Darren agreed. Judge Robert O'Kim agreed with defendant Darren Pasha, stating concern that the initial order was too broad and did not specify who he specifically must stay at least 100 feet away from. So long story short, out of the Capitol Pride Alliance, the whole entire Capitol Pride Alliance filed a protection order against Darren. But the judge said that it was too broad. You got to be more specific. Who at the Capitol Pride Alliance exactly does Darren have to keep away from? The judge wasn't understanding the assignment. The DC Capitol Pride Alliance wanted everybody on staff and everybody participating in the organization to have 100 feet clearance from Darren. Legally. Honey, Darren, what you done? Not the whole Capitol Pride Alliance. Once you out of there, Darren, what Darren done? Y'all, you got to be careful if you're going to be in DC Pride season, honey. Baby. It was ruled on the 17th that the initial order noted was oral rather than written. So this was an oral protection order. It would be suspended until an evidentiary hearing. Honey, Darren said, I'm fine with scheduling a hearing at which the plaintiff can present evidence and the defendant can present evidence, but I'm not fine with the continuing this oral temporary restraining order that Mr. Pressure really doesn't even have notice of. That seems unfair. That was what the judge said, honey. I know I said that Darren said that, but I can't find a quote from Darren. It looks like Darren has not spoken publicly about it. I just want y'all to keep an eye out for Darren. I'm going to keep my eye out for Darren, and I'm going to do some more research on this story because from what I'm seeing, it's looking like it could have been possible for somebody to have reason for wanting the protection order. Looked like it could have been, allegedly, allegations. It looked like it could have been possible, but I need to do some more digging in my due diligence. I just wanted to give y'all a quick warning that the DC Pride Alliance says stay away from Darren. I'm just telling you what the DC Pride Alliance has said. I'm trying to find a picture of Darren out of drag for y'all, honey. Baby, let me see. That's Darren without a bedazzled face, honey. Child, honey, Darren got a stalker order, babe. It's giving stalker material. Let me shut up. Y'all just keep y'all eyes out if y'all gonna be in the DMV in the DC area for Pride. They said watch out for Darren. Darren be feeling like honey, this. They said watch out for Darren. Mm-mm. Child, everybody in the activist community, watch out, watch out, honey, baby, and be aware that there might be in drags. Okay, butterfly drags, honey. Yep, bedazzled like an iPhone 6. Yes, honey. Mm-mm-mm. And quickly, real quickly, I'll finish letting y'all know what's going on around my end of the woods, honey. Outside of being aware of stalkers and balls and lions and tigers and bears, baby, child, honey, you got to be aware of the artists too. Got to be aware of the street artists. Can y'all see this? It looked like it's a cartoon of your president that's redacted, honey. Artist is unknown. Artist is unknown. They don't want to claim their work, but we be seeing this riding home. Yeah, it seems like the Baltimore officials have let this cartoon of Trump stay up. Redacted. Yeah. If you can't see the caption, it says, "This is totally working." So I think they're trying to say that the cartoon Trump is totally working. A day in the life of the Puss. Can somebody come save me? Can somebody come in and get me out of here? Honey, baby, you ain't even safe at Pride. You ain't even safe with the LGBTQs, honey. Got to be more careful. Queers can be crazy too, honey. Child, baby. Baby, you can't trust numbers. You can't trust niggas. You can't trust insurance. Honey, but what I have been able to trust, honey, is that Medicube skin like glass. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? I got the full kit. Y'all know they got the mini kit available, honey. Baby. Brought her up a little too soon. Thought that we didn't have no picture of the cleanser. Got the cleanser available too. We starting on a bad note, ain't we? We starting on a bad note, honey. I can't read. We don't have our slides available. The wrong slides is popping up. We got to do better. We got too much to talk about, and it's too much juice. It's too much tea, honey. Bre, you got to pull it together, honey. Prayer warriors, get on the line. Somebody's trying to hex us. I think they got my voodoo doll or something, honey. I think they got a voodoo doll of me or something, honey. I don't know how they got the hair, but I think that we need to pray. I need my prayer warriors on deck, honey. Because the devil is coming for our live stream, honey. Shaitan and the demons is coming for the live stream. Ever since the child set himself on fire, it's just been going downhill from there. Jesus. Pick me back up, Jesus, honey. I'm getting ready to come to y'all for a healing, honey. Darn, I think it was Darn threw me off. It was just too much. It was just too much. Me and Armani had you laughing. Where did me and Armani have you laughing at? Where was we at? What was we doing that had you laughing, boring? What's going on, Tom? Hi. I'm your favorite creator, Go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Woo! That's the juice that I needed. Maybe that's the juice that I needed, honey. And maybe I just need to hit the Bilica a couple times because we got to get it together before we get into the tea. We got to get it together before we get into the teas, honey. Oh, speaking of teas, it's a tea that I didn't send myself. It's a tea that I didn't send myself. And I know y'all gonna want to get into that one, honey. That one's fresh off the presses, honey. Y'all know we usually don't break stories, but I'll break my back to break a story about somebody I don't bang with, honey, to make them look an entire fool. Won't I on Jesus' name? Amen. Honey, all right, let me just add this to the cave. Let me just add this to the queue, honey. All I want to do is bing, bing. But yeah, we got a bit to talk about. We're going to talk about MIA. We're going to talk about Rihanna and Rocky. We're going to talk about the Juicy Coutures. Yes, honey. Juicy. We're going to talk about some other ballroom tea. We're going to talk about the icon Jenae. We talked about, I don't think we didn't ever spilt no tea on Jenae. I think we didn't only then gave her her flowers over here. I don't think we didn't ever been messy with Jenae yet. But that tea is coming. All right, honey. It's enough pussyfooting. We done enough pussyfooting around. Baby. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Mother Courtney. Honey, shout out to Mother Courtney for her feature in the New York Times. Baby. I got into the article. I would suggest that y'all check it out, honey. It's worth the moment. Give it to her. Give her her tens, baby. Honey, give her what she wants. Darling. Yes, honey. Also want to give a shout out to the European scene. The European ballroom scene, honey. Yes. Y'all had told me that they had trans men over there voguing better than the trans men here in the US be voguing. But I didn't believe y'all. And I ain't gonna say whether they better or not, but I just live for it. Honey, get into it. Trans man performance, honey. Okay, honey, we got a soft moment. We got a dramatic moment all in one. Come on, Pelly. Honey, motivate the boys over here to get us together. Who would you give it to, honey? You giving it to jet black or a little bit of purple? Honey, you giving it to jet black or a little bit of purple? Honey, baby, I had to share my euphoria of the day with y'all. It's going to be a messy set on this live stream tonight. That's why we putting out all the positive vibes. Damn. We putting out the positive vibes now because, baby, it's going to get messy. In fact, it's going to get nutty. It's going to get nutty over here tonight. Honey, shout out to the Falcons. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, Atlanta being the black queer mecca of the world, baby. The Atlanta football team is learning the assignment. Honey, they in class, baby. Didn't they just kick Jaden? Didn't they just kick the boy Jaden out of the NFL because they said that he wasn't making it safe? They said that he was making it unsafe. Honey, he was making it unsafe for the LGBTQ welcoming that they trying to set up over there in the NFL. Now, we know the way the Negroes are set up over there at the NFL, honey, and the way that the homophobic white Caucasian crackers over there is set up, honey. It ain't going to be such a safe space. It ain't going to be such a safe space. But somebody's got to break the barrier. And I got the feeling that the seal is being broken. Honey, baby, the Falcons is donating $1 million to LGBTQ plus organizations, honey, toward suicide prevention and mental health assistance, baby. Oh, in the name of Jesus. In the name, honey. Now that is the Lord's word, Jesus. Honey, speaking of the Lord's word, baby, Go-Go, shout out to Go-Go. Go-Go said that I am their favorite creator of 2026. Well, baby, let me tell you who my new favorite creator is. Honey, the fella's name is Isaiah Martin. I done had my eye on him for a while, but baby's consistent. Baby's consistent. I got to give him his things. And if you don't know who he is, let me introduce you to him real quick.
It's all talk. You get what I'm saying? That's how America feels when it comes to them.
Well, I just think that
this is Isaiah talking to a Negro sheep. One of the black sheep. Yep, Negro. One of the Negro sheep. Honey, get into it, honey. One of the Negro sheep. Hotep. Think he know everything. One of them niggas.
It's all talk. You get what I'm saying? That's how America feels when it comes to them.
Well, I just think that it's somewhat hilarious for you to say that Democrats are all talk while you have the red hats on when everything they said was all talk. They said they were going to go and bring gas prices less than $2 a gallon nationally. That never happened. They said they were going to bring your energy bills in half, and that never happened. They said that they were going to go and give you a $5,000 tariff rebate check. That never happened. Then they said they were going to give you a Doge check. That never happened. They then said that they were going to go invest more money in cancer research. That never happened. He said no new wars. That never happened. He said that no American service member would lose their life under his watch. That never happened. The point is that everything that he has said has been a complete and total lie.
Name wars that he stopped.
Name one.
All the wars in Africa.
Name one.
The wars around the country.
Name one.
He has done things that the rest of the presidents.
Name one.
You guys
name one war that he stopped.
And he's taking care of business.
Name
in
one
Iran.
war that he stopped.
We've been going this for 47 years.
Name one war that he stopped. You can't do it. Tell me one war that he stopped. Name one.
He has the war that he stopped in Africa.
Name one. Name one. Tell me what that is. Which one?
I just told you.
Which one?
The war in Africa.
What war in Africa?
The whole main thing is that the Democrats have.
What war in Africa? What are you talking about? Just name one war. You can't name one thing.
He's getting things done, bro.
Name one war.
Once again, he is getting war. He has stopped 8 wars, bro.
Name one. Name one.
The reality. Listen, what I'm saying. At the end of the day, he gets
name
things
one.
Done. You got your. Listen. Your whole thing is what has he done? But the reality is that he's making more decisions. He's making more powerful decisions.
You mean to tell
me
in
a lifetime? Let's just be honest.
He's
making moves.
He's making
moves, bro.
That Trump is ending all these wars.
Yes.
And you
the rest
can't
of the countries are scared.
Even
They're scared to get involved
name one.
Listen, once Iran gets bombed and taken,
this is what it looks like to be a sheep. This is what it looks like to be a sheep.
No, that's who you are. I respect that. I respect who you are. But at the end of the day, you guys put.
You cannot name one war.
And this is the reason you guys.
This is what I'm talking about. And I just want to make sure that I'm looking at the camera when I say this. You came on here and you made the claim that Democrats are all talk. I just gave you a litany of Trump's promises that none of them he delivered on. And then you make the claim that he went and ended all these wars and you can't even name one. If you're going and you're saying these things because you heard someone say it and you don't have any background, any research, any idea of what you're talking about, that is the definition of being a sheep. You follow behind the leader. He tells you what to do, what to think, what to say,
You
and
guys
you
don't
lap
have
it
a
up
leader.
anyway.
You
And
guys
that
don't have
is
a leader.
pathetic.
And there is the proof. Honey. Yeah, he ate that up. But like I told y'all, the brother's consistent. And sisters, he keeps the same smoke for y'all. He keeps the same smoke for protecting y'all. And he keeps the same smoke for checking y'all. And this is an example of him doing both of those things at one time.
Well, Jasmine Crockett got out here and acted like the ghettoest woman since Martin dressing up like Jenae.
Oh,
And she made a fool out of herself.
you're calling someone else ghetto and making fool of themselves. You're
I
doing
don't
that.
have an Ivy League education like Jasmine
You're
Crockett, sir.
you're doing that. You're making fun of somebody
I
for
don't
being
have an
ghetto.
Ivy League. I don't have an Ivy League education like Jasmine Crockett.
I
This is
mean,
from the root. This is from the root.
Jasmine Crockett didn't go to the Ivy League.
Yes, she did. She never
Do you
went to
know where
public school.
Do you know where she went to college?
Sir, are you being serious right now?
I'm asking you.
Jasmine
Do you know
Crockett
where
has had a
she went to
silver
college?
spoon.
Where'd she go to
She
college?
had no, I don't know where she went to college, but I know
So
she
how
had to
can you
pay
say
for it.
that she was in
But
the
I know
Ivy
she had to
League?
pay for it, sir. She been
But
paying for her education since elementary, sir.
how can you say that she was in the Ivy League if you don't even know where she went to college?
Because of where the position that she's in right now.
Let me ask you a question. What is the Ivy League?
Are you being serious?
Yeah, what is it?
Harvard, Yale, Spelman. Come on, bro. Don't play with me like
Spelman's
that.
not the Ivy League.
Yes, it is for black people. It is, but if you knew that and wasn't okay, let me not do that. But it is what it is. You don't play with me. We can play. I'm like, yeah. Jasmine
So
Crockett.
what is the Ivy League?
I just told you. Harvard, Spelman,
Spelman's not the Ivy
Yale,
League.
the Army. What's the Army thing?
West Point.
Yeah, West
That's not
Point.
the
All
Ivy
of that
League
is the
either.
Ivy League.
That's not the
Yes.
Ivy League either.
Well, that's what I know the Ivy League to be.
It's not the Ivy
So
League.
maybe
And
it's something new.
by the way, Jasmine Crockett went to none of the schools that you just mentioned.
Well, it does not matter where Jasmine Crockett went.
Now it don't matter where she went. But the whole argument was that, you know, she was spoon fed and whitewashed and white bread, and now she's being ghetto. I think that's the argument that some of the idiots try to make about Jasmine Crockett. Like, they don't understand code switching. But then I realized that there are some Negroes that don't understand code switching because y'all don't know how to code switch. Y'all just got one level, baby. It ain't no on and off. The ghetto stays on. Baby, you don't know how to turn on professional. You don't know how to turn on educated. You don't know how to turn on charismatic. You don't know how to turn on a motherfucking thing except your mouth. You know how to turn them lips up and run that damn mouth and ain't shit coming out. The moral of the story with Isaiah Martin, honey, and long as you stay around here, that ain't the last time you're going to see him, I'm sure. But the moral of the story with Isaiah Martin is when you know that you're dealing with dumb people, you let them make a fool of themselves. I promise you, they won't even see it coming. Yep. And niggas who like Trump are dumb. They either dumb or they anti-black. They hate themselves. Internalized racism. But that's... Or, yeah, you do have your predators who protect Trump because they hope that one day it'll be legal for future predators to prey on the humankind. Honey, anyway, that's all we talking about, politics and y'all president. He's done for the day. Baby, and who else is done? And he know that he's done? Joe McCain. Honey, Joe McCann, if y'all haven't heard, Ashley Jenae's fiance or former fiance, Joe McCann, the one who was magically separated from her before she happened to lose her life mysteriously, and for some magical reason he didn't contact her family and let them know that she had passed away. And apparently she magically passed away from hanging from a door handle, I believe, is the story right now. Honey, they say it's possible to drown in a cup of water. That's what they say. And Joe McCann is depending on all of us to believe that. Honey, he said that it worked for Jeffrey Epstein. Allegedly, allegations. He's not guilty yet. Honey, Joe made a statement, y'all. He broke his silence. He said there are no adequate words to describe the total devastation, emptiness, and shock I feel after losing my best friend, confidant, and fiance, Ashley Jenae Robinson. As a father myself, I am also heartbroken for Ashley's parents, Yolanda Andres and Harry Robinson. Ashley's death is an incomprehensible tragedy. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Joe. It is an incomprehensible tragedy. We still trying to comprehend how the hell it happened because we not even comprehending your story on how you allegedly found her magically while y'all were arguing and having a disagreement and had been separated by hotel staff in a whole nother country who usually don't give a damn about Americans. And you got kids. What happened with your baby mamas, Joe? How many is it? How many kids? How many baby mamas? Anyway, Joe continues his statement. Devoted fans knew Ashley through her charismatic online persona, Ashley. But the person I loved was Ashley, a woman who embodied the virtues of compassion, empathy, kindness, generosity, and love. The fans knew Ashley, but he knew Ashley, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, a nurturing presence. Ashley cared deeply for the people closest to her, which to my eternal gratitude included me. She fattened me up with her amazing cooking and had a great relationship with my kids. Every day we shared both quiet moments of reflection and the many joys of being in love with each other. Ashley was a loving soul, so much so that she called herself a lover gal, as an homage to her Trinidadian roots, in which she took great pride. What Ashley desired most was to become a mother and raise a family together. There is no question that she would have been an amazing mom. Ashley's talents extended well beyond her online persona, Ashley Jenae. She was creative. She was a creative genius. Even writing, directing, and acting in her own short film. She was an incredible decorator, always making sure our home reflected the current holiday or season. Hosting was second nature to her, going above and beyond for the guests that we entertained. Ashley also had an encyclopedic knowledge of music, especially her favorite band, Aerosmith. She enjoyed techno and dancing, was learning to DJ and rap too. Ashley was an angel who shined her light on everyone fortunate enough to be in her presence. There is no way to fill the unfulfillable void left by Ashley's passing, and no way to make sense of this unfathomable loss. All we could do is carry on Ashley's legacy Ashley's legacy of helping other people and strive to live up to her virtues every single day. Ashley, I love you forever, Joe. That's what Joe has said. Joe has said that he don't know what y'all talk about because everything was all good in the hood with him and Ashley. He would have never. Couples fuss and couples fight. And couples go on dream vacations to Tanzania. And sometimes people, members, partners in that couple don't return home because they magically end up hanging from doors in their hotel room. I'm just telling y'all what Joe said. I'm just telling y'all what Joe said, honey. And to those concerned, I was fixing the other camera. Yeah. So that we don't have technical difficulties in the future. Joe changed this picture. Joe had the picture that I showed y'all before when he had the bandana wrapped around his face, honey. I don't know if he was GD or Black Flag or what. But yeah, that's what he was trying to give, I guess, honey. Child. Maybe he was part of one of them gangs in Nicaragua or somewhere. Joe. That statement didn't help you, Joe. He got it pinned to his Twitter and everything, honey. And now Joe is complaining that he is getting taunts and death threats and all of that. Joe, I'm here to tell you something. I don't know about you, Joe, but I'd rather be getting death threats than actually be dead. It's giving selfish, Joe. You haven't been responding to your fiance's passing right. On top of the fact that she didn't pass right. Very questionable. But Stevie Wonder could see that something's going on. Baby Shaggy and Scooby solved this mystery. Joe McCann, it's not looking good for you. Joe, I think Joe needs to go to trial. Of course, we can't prove nothing now, but I wish Joe could go to trial. We are still waiting on the results. Honey, and the family still ain't trusting Joe neither. Honey, Ashley's family still ain't trusting Joe neither. Honey, Joe is not allowed at the funeral. He is not allowed at none of the services or none of the things, honey. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Have a good life. They say that Joe, honey, I think they want Joe locked up, y'all. I think they want Joe locked up. I think they want Joe McCann canned. Honey, baby, canned and welded shut, honey. But we do have to, in all seriousness, we do have to figure out what's going on. We need to know something. And I imagine that we may likely never know it all. Ain't no telling whom Joe could have potentially bribed in Tanzania. Because it's very suspicious that they very quickly, gave a cause of death and wrapped the whole incident up, even though it was suspicious. It was obvious that they didn't really investigate that we know of, right? But I'm really scared that we will never know the whole story because on top of the fact that him potentially bribing people, there are people over there who wouldn't need to be bribed because they scared of the repercussions and how they going to look in the public. Follow me. Hypothetically, Zanzibar comes out and tells us, hey, we got all the proof in the world that he took this girl out, right? So now, Tanzania, Zanzibar, none of these are safe places to go. Honey, tourists are going to avoid these places at all costs now. And a lot of their money comes from tourism because it clearly ain't safe in this area, honey. Y'all could very easily drop the ball. I could very easily be taken out, honey. My partner, my husband, my wife, my family member, whoever. All they got to do is bring me here to take me out, and y'all going to turn the other cheek, honey. Everybody going to magically lose their vision, honey. All the police sergeants and everything, vision impaired. Long story short, there could be people in Tanzania who feel they had the incentive to hide it if something suspicious did happen because it looks bad on their country and it looks bad on them for dropping the ball and being willing to swoop such a mysterious death under the rug, if that makes sense. Am I making sense? I feel like I'm over-explaining. Am I transplaining? What's going on, honey? That's like a transmission fluid leaking. Baby, speaking of leaking, child, honey, have y'all heard of Chud the Builder? If you've been here for a while, then you have heard about him because I talked about him over here before when he's had to go to court. Yeah, one of the crazy Ku Klux crackers, honey. The one he goes around calling people niggas. Yeah, white boy dresses up like a hick, honey. Walks around, typical cowboy boots, hat, calling people niggas, walks around with his phone, walks around with his concealed carry. I believe he's in Tennessee, might be Nashville, might be some other part of Tennessee, might be some other part of the South, but he's down there harassing black people, calling them niggas. Child, I don't know how long he thought that this was going to work before it went left. I guess Chud, whose real name is Dalton Early. Let me look up his real name. Dalton Levi Etherly. Dalton Levi Etherly. Name just as dumb as him, child. Anyway, he goes by Chud the Builder. He's been kicked off several platforms, honey. He's currently facing legal cases. He's been exposed a long time ago for being a deadbeat dad and abusive to exes and all of these things. He also has cried online before because of the racist antics and the online stunts he's pulled has made nobody want to hire him. It's made it really hard for Dalton to find a job because nobody wants to take on the liability of having a known popular racist working for them. Like, you did this to yourself. Even a racist isn't going to hire you because you're going to put the spotlight on them. You're going to make them hot. They try and be covert, especially the racists that have something to lose. But again, Dalton don't have nothing to lose. But I think he forgot he still got teeth.
Come on.
Trigger warning. Violence will be shown and discussed. Hateful language will be said. Viewer discretion is advised. I'm sharing for awareness and educational purposes.
Come on outside. My truck's over there. What do you want to holler about? Look at him chimping out. Come on, crack me then.
Fuck you talking about, nigga?
Do something then.
You think I'm waiting on cause I'm worrying about
Come
that?
on, do something then.
Fuck you, nigga.
He think because he be having his pistol that Negroes was going to be scared of him. He thought because he was filming and because he had a pistol that he wasn't never going to come across no Memphis niggas that was going to be ready to knock his top off. Well, he thought wrong. That's how the incident began. Another brother came up and this is how, and recorded how the incident continued.
He's a black guy.
Caught him reporting somebody in person.
I got him on tape. He's wearing gray pants.
What he does is start shit. but then he'll pull a gun out on you as soon as you do something. But I'm licensed to carry too. We both licensed to carry. I finally ran into him. He got his, I got mine. But he on the phone with the police. He just obviously started with somebody.
Baby, honey, we're going to have to change his name to Chud the Karen. Not you big, bold, mighty, and tough. Even got your gat tucked in your pocket. Honey, what you scared? One of them niggas going to grab theirs faster than you? It's very likely. Baby, Chud, if you wanted to take yourself out, you should have just took yourself out. Now you trying to take niggas with you. Honey, baby. Woo. Now keep in mind, Chud, aka Dalton, was initially very careful of doing these things and pulling these stunts in areas that were predominantly white. He would find like the one Negro friend out of a group of Caucasian people, or, you know, a group of people who are racially ambiguous. You know what I mean? Just something. Chud was never going to nigger hotspots to call people niggas. Chud was in the suburbs. I don't know why he think that niggas don't be living in predominantly white neighborhoods. Not everybody hangs out in the front yard and have barbecues all summer. See, that's where y'all go wrong with the stereotypes. Because y'all get stereotyping people and y'all think that that's in our DNA. It might be common for a lot of us to do it. But you always have your outliers. I told y'all about outliers. That's y'all people who walk against the grain. The average person going to be scared of a Ku Klux crazy cracker walking around with a gat. You would be right. But there are outliers. There are people who go against the grain. And they ain't scared to get shot. They done probably been shot a few times already. Know what it feels like. Know how to navigate a shot, honey. Know how to zigzag with it, honey. Baby, what Lexi said. You zig when you should have zagged. It's niggas that know when to zag and when to zig. Undoubtedly. Chud found himself in an unlucky situation where niggas was quick to zig and zag.
Now that it's more of us out here.
Now you gotta perform.
Alright.
Because it ain't there
You
here.
call it what you want.
This guy was talking to me cordially.
I was, but you started calling me N-word. Big bro. Big bro. Big bro. Big bro. Let him have it.
Hey, what, fool?
You got 18 left.
I know this person. Let him have it.
You don't
I know the nigga. He gon'
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
You don't
It ain't over, bro.
Alright, bro.
Huh?
Nigger. Do it again, you're gonna go to jail today.
Wait, you spit on him? Oh, my mama, you just spit on him.
Big bro. Should have did that, big bro.
I'm fit to. I swear I'm fit to.
This shit funny as hell. I don't know against the game on God.
Hey, he said.
Long story short, Chud ended up getting spat on. Yeah, by the people who he called chimps. Honey, Chud must like chimp spit. Because he is out there invoking and inciting more of it. Honey, Chud didn't realize that the police was going to take their time getting there. Baby, Chud was scared for his life. And if y'all heard, it was a sister sound like out there questioning whether Chud had a real pistol on him. Questioning whether Dalton even had a real pistol on him. Because with all of his charges and stuff, can he even carry? Pending cases and such, can he even carry? What's the law in Tennessee? Honey, I don't know that law in Tennessee, but I know that the law in Tennessee who responded to Dalton, that law ended up telling him, fuck around and find out.
If what you're doing is going around using racial slurs and profanity, that's a little different.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Are you gonna argue that in court? Because I walked into the gas station and walked out. Okay. And as I'm walking to my truck, I turn around. He's got something behind his back that looks like a gun. It's a drill.
Well, they're saying that.
So I don't give a fuck what they're saying. It's all recorded.
I got you.
And it's live streamed.
I know. I got you. And I'm just telling you.
And I have every right to say whatever I want on the internet without being chimped out on in public.
Okay.
All right.
You got your ID?
Hey, what was your name and badge number?
714001162, sir.
Honey. Ooh. Dalton. Baby, this ain't going well for you, Dalton. It's really not. It's delusional. Honey. And they say the trannies is delusional, honey. Dalton, you delusional, baby. I don't know what you think is given, but this is what the niggas think about you. Honey. Clearly you're a cut. Clearly you want to get bukkakied out. Clearly you want to train Dalton, baby. Is getting obsessed with niggas. That's why you can't stop saying that. Honey, you're trying to invoke somebody to chimp out on you so that they can take it out on you in the bedroom is what the energy is given to us. It's not looking masculine. It's not looking fun. It's not looking funny. It doesn't look, it's not even original. Dalton, like, this is some shit that they did hundreds of years ago, and you still on that, Dalton. And Dalton, even the other races don't like you. Honey, baby, even the other races don't like you, Dalton. So you're not even doing them proud. Honey, you just outside. Dalton is just outside on a mission. Honey. The Misfit Patriot said, you probably should have watched the video I made with the lawyer because she said the same thing. You can read. You're not a victim. You're the aggressor. They can you up and they have a solid legal argument to do so. You're the dumbest person on the internet and people only watch you because they're hoping to see you die. Dog, I'm going to be honest with you. One of the reasons I avoid watching you because I'm scared that I'm going to see you clap and I'm scared that that's going to activate my PTSD. Yeah, they out here this crazy in real life, honey. Baby, what did I tell y'all when we first came here? Remember when we first came here on this line? And I told y'all that I ain't never going to have to make it up. Because real life is crazy as hell. You ain't got to make it up when it's already this crazy. Honey, baby. Child. And they always want to be a fairy. It ain't for everybody, Dalton. I told you and we knew that you wanted that bukkake. We knew you wanted that train, honey. Thomas the Tank Engine. Honey. Dalton the Power Bottom, honey. Child. Gots to be more careful, Dalton. The white people is telling you that it is legal for black people to beat you the fuck up in Tennessee for you calling them niggas and saying that they chimp out. They can legally beat you the fuck up because that is harassment. and they are defending themselves against harassment. I didn't make the law. Your ancestors did, honey, and it ain't working out too well for you, dog. Shit, the whole system ain't worked out too well for you, dog, honey. Your people had a 400-year head start, and you still white trash. Yikes. Gots to be more careful. Dalton get ready to be in jail. I think that's what Dalton want. I think Dalton want to take Tay FWM. I think he want to take Tay FWM spot over there. Baby, speaking of taking spots, honey, Kid Cudi took MIA spot, honey. Y'all remember MIA? Y'all know who MIA is, don't you? All I want to do is boom, boom, cat, then take your money. Yeah, Paper Planes. Yeah, the one Paper Plane. Yeah, honey. No one on the corner hot swagger like us. Yeah. That's MIA. That's MIA. Yeah. Honey, she done got kicked off the tour. Honey, Kid Cudi done kicked her ass off tour. Honey, yes it did. Honey, Kid Cudi posted to his story, MIA is no longer on this tour. I told my management to send a notice to her team before we started tour that I didn't want anything offensive at my shows because I already knew what time it was. And I was assured things were understood. After the last couple shows, I've been flooded with messages from fans that were upset by her rant. This to me is very disappointing, and I won't have someone on my tour making offensive remarks that upsets my fan base. Thank you for understanding, Roger. Honey. It wasn't go home, Roger. Roger was sending MIA ass home this time. Baby. Honey, Kid Cudi said that he didn't want no foolishness from MIA, and he already knew what time it was because if y'all didn't know, MIA is MAGA. Or last time we checked, she was MAGA. Now, she not admitting to being MAGA. But she ain't never denounced MAGA neither, so you know what that means, secretly MAGA. And you probably like, Bre, ain't MIA, ain't she a brown woman that ain't even from America? Absolutely, she is not. She is not from America. She is not a citizen. Honey, baby. Bre, why do MIA like Trump? Crazy. It's catch. Do you hear me? Y'all know artists be crazy. Honey, I ain't the only one. Jesus. Now, some of you may have seen this footage and y'all may have questions because this particular part of the rant seems to be circulating online. MIA's rant while she's opening up for Kid Cudi. She goes on a rant about illegals. But this particular segment seems to be circulating. And it has people defending MIA, saying that we misunderstood what she was saying. MIA wasn't going on a rant about being a brown Republican. MIA was going on a rant about her being an illegal. A self-identified illegal. Get into the clip that's circulating.
Alright, I'm illegal. Half of my team are not here because they didn't get the visa. Okay? I want you to know that. Alright? So don't listen to what the bots say on the internet. Okay? Once you are there, you always.
Alright, it's getting into the music. But this is the clip that's circulating. So, you hear her say, I'm an illegal. Most of my team is not here because they are illegals and they couldn't get visas. And don't listen to the bots on the internet. This particular segment is circulating, so it's giving everybody the impression, what the hell is she saying about being a brown Republican? This sounds like y'all just trying to jump down MIA's throat. Baby. MIA also responded, which further confused people. MIA says, I wrote Illegal. Illegal is a song, the song that she was supposedly introducing when she was doing her rant about illegals. Okay. I wrote Illegal on the Maya LP, a song from 2010. I started this intro to the song with the statement saying, I'm illegal, and I said my team hasn't gotten visas yet, then played a song that had lyrics saying the law, which I still believe if the law is unjust, good. Do not gaslight my words. That is the work of Satan. She goes on to further say a bunch of things. Things along the line of Jesus returning to lead the world justly. Seeing this rant, this is somebody who I would want to evaluate psychologically. It's not giving in touch with reality completely. But you can read for yourself and make your own assumptions. Again, this is just my pseudo psychoanalysis. I don't know MIA, but she's coming off like a nut job. Now, I want y'all to get into more of the rant. For whatever reason, it's hard to find the entire rant, which I don't think is a coincidence. But this is earlier in the rant where it gives more context to what she was saying, to what we heard a snippet of before the music started.
I can't do Illegal. There's some of you could be in the audience.
She said, I can't do Illegal, talking about she can't perform the song. I can't do Illegal because some of you in the audience are. She was calling people in the audience illegals. She is known to be a Trump supporter. MAGA. She's a brown immigrant. And she's calling other immigrants illegals in a derogatory way. At the same time claiming to fight for human rights. You see how it's giving psychotic? You see how the meth is a meth? Do you see how it's giving out of touch with reality? Because 1 + 1 ain't equaling 2. It's very Terrence Howard. 1 + 1 is equaling 1 with MIA. And she has a history of going on psychotic rants, which is why we haven't really heard much of her since Paper Plane. Not mainstream anyway. Get into it.
I can't do Illegal. There's some of you could be in the audience. Alright, I'm illegal. Half of my team are not here because they didn't get the visa. Okay? I want you to know that.
If you're catching it and you're putting it together, she made the rants. She made the statement about people in the audience being illegal, and that's why she couldn't do the song Illegal. Crowd didn't take too kindly. They didn't respond too well. And that's when she tried to come out and save herself. She tried to come back and save herself by saying that she was an illegal too and referencing her team, very much given, I have a black friend. very much given, I am a Negro, so I can hate black people if I want, because I'm black. No, you're just stupid. Openly and loudly in public. But see for yourself how the crowd really reacted. Honey, you see how that works? You see how that works? You see how people can chop up a video and it completely give it a whole different meaning? Completely show the person speaking in an entirely different light. This went from somebody seemingly showing allegiance, but when you see the full story and you put it together, it's very much given, oh, this is somebody who knew that they fucked up in real time and now they're trying to save their ass. However, Cudi is over it because this was just in Dallas. She's apparently been going on these rants the entire tour. For all who are still questioning whether there's any truth in what I'm saying, this is from MIA herself. I screenshotted this from her Twitter account, where she herself gives a transcript of what she said. And I'm only going to read it up to the part that we've already heard. Because in this transcript, she throws herself under the bus. And she tells us how the whole rant started. I've been counseled for many things. I never thought I'd be counseled for being a Republican voting American. So I've come to meet you all in person. This is an allow me to reintroduce myself tour. We can do more songs. We're not going to do Born Free. We're not going to do Bring the Noise. We can't do Illegal, though some of you could be in the audience. MIA, I'm not believing that you're this unaware. I'm not believing that you're this obtuse. It's starting to look like you're really programmed. No, it's given that you're really programmed. For all who don't know, MIA now has a clothesline available, and somehow her clothes magically protect you from 5G rays. Just want you to have an idea of the type of person we're dealing with. And I also don't want y'all to be confused by propaganda and misleading media. The people in the audience came to the consensus that she has said what they all heard her say. She confirmed that she said what they heard her say. Many of them left the concert and didn't even stay to see Cudi perform because they were so offended by MIA, who knew that she was already in bad standing with the community. So why the are you joking with people about a sensitive topic that gives the impression that you haven't changed when you're claiming to be on a Reintroduce Myself tour? I know you fucking lying. I don't think that girl that slow. I don't think she that slow. I think she just think we are. What you think? You think she that slow? Honey, you never know. Honey, you gotta watch them. Speaking of slow, child, honey, this is some of y'all bald head friends. Honey, this is some of y'all bald head frown. No, I'm not talking about Cardi. She got some hair now. I'm talking about that Tasha. Honey, Special K. Because how in the hell is you still in court for saying this girl's name after you done already been in court 557 times and been told that you can't say this girl's name or none of her family members? Tasha got to be special. Honey, her new name is Special K. Because ain't no way this is somebody with all the light bulbs on. She done been warned 557 times to stop talking about this girl. She done already came out the bag for talking about this girl. Honey. Well, I'm hoping and wishing and praying, y'all. The only reason I'm even bringing her up is because I'm hoping and wishing and praying, y'all, that she has finally woke up, that she's finally got it. I'm hoping that she's finally got it. It seems like she might think that she got it, but you know, this is a special case. A Special K, in fact. Yeah, I think she's starting to realize she lost.
No, we owe on Monday, but just the order's gonna go in. I was like, oh my God. Oh, I feel sorry for him. He's such a good guy. He really is. He really is. I said, Chad, listen to me. This has been my life for 9 years. 9 years. Okay? At this point, it's like it's a part of the business. Businesses have issues that we have to sort out. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. That's just the nature of the business. In the nature of the business that I'm in, I do get a lot of bad, and I also get an exceptional amount of good, okay? So yes, if you hear, we lost. We lost. We lost the war. We lost the war. But you know what I have? My dignity.
See, y'all understanding why I'm saying special? Do y'all understand where the special came in? Because Tasha lost this war a couple years ago. Tasha lost the case a couple years ago, y'all. Tasha done already been to court several times on figuring out how she gonna pay this woman. She not already did a GoFundMe to try to get y'all to help her pay this woman. Honey, she's already hiding assets and sending children to Africa and all kinds of stuff. Because she know that she lost the war, you would think. So why the hell today is she announcing it like it's something new? This bitch is special. Bitch is special. This is why some children should just be left behind. Let them stay there until they get it. Let them stay there until they get it, honey. They don't need to be out in the world thinking that they got it. They don't need to be out in the world thinking that they got it when we know that they ain't it. Honey, we know that the brain ain't brain, and honey, we know that the synapse ain't synaptic. Honey, the receptors ain't receiving. Child. The lights is home, but ain't nobody home. And the attic is dusty as hell. I can't think of no other ways to say that bitch is crazy and slow. And I hope that the people watching her are watching her for the same reason that people watch Dolphin. I hope you're not expecting nothing positive to come out of it. And I hope you're not expecting to learn anything. Because, nope. But I also understand watching because it's like a train wreck. You can't take your eyes off. And in Special K's case, she's a drunk, slurring, bald-headed train wreck. That's loud. Hollers at you. With a mic on. My God. Gots to be more careful when you on the internet talk about people with money. People with money and time to carry your ass to court. Baby. And y'all say we wrong for platforming Shamar. Well, tell me what's the difference between Shamar and Special K, bitch, other than scoliosis. The real tea is Shamar would have been stopped talking about Cardi B when he got the first letter that somebody read to him. Y'all better stop playing in my face. Y'all better stop playing in my face. And speaking of playing in faces, honey, the Kiki girls, honey, it looked like they're over in the Kiki scene playing in faces, honey. And this had only even came across my desk because we had just talked about the Scaparellis. You know, I didn't know that, you know, the Delcours had came together with Milan, Christopher, honey, and made the Scaparelli. Well, and being introduced to the Scaparellis, we met Trophy, you know, new face for the Scaparellis, honey. But Trophy in the Kiki scene is Juicy Couture. Yeah, Juicy. Yes, honey, very lit. So what is going on over there with the Juicy Coutures in the Kiki scene? What's going on with the kids? Kamar made a post, honey. Kimar, start with a K and with a Mar. Honey, baby. Kimar Philibert. That is a name, baby. Your parents named you Kimar, baby. Kimar posted in Atlanta, Kiki scene, honey. I'm officially stepping away from the house of Juicy Couture. It is disrespectful when leaders sit around and talk about you with other members, but don't have the courage to address it when you're in the room. Quasim Calloway, you are a virgin yourself, so I don't see the problem with me being a virgin and having a son. We are on the same level. The only reason you got those recent wins is because as a mother, you needed them. As a face individual, I learned nothing from you. The leaders of this house claim to help with effects, but that hasn't been my experience. Creating a house full of face leaves no room for competition when we are all in the same house. Recently, we had a cookout and your son chose to engage in sexual activity in the bathroom of my apartment complex. That was extremely disrespectful to me and my homegirl. Maintenance had to shut down the bathroom because of it. I personally believe you are unfit to leave the house of Juicy Couture. Other members may not say it, but I will. You did not earn that position. You forced your way into it. I'm grateful that most of my training came from watching mainstream videos because I learned nothing from you. Stop, Bre. I stopped coming to practice for that reason. Also, it makes no sense that you would block me on social media after making a post about me. I'll just say this. Next time, you and your son should show respect for other people's homes, apartments, and establishments. Check him on. Well, I had to kiki and cackle to myself, honey, when I seen The little youngin. Trophy respond, honey. Trophy said, respectfully, this would be the only time I address you off the strength of be actually seeing it of me actually seeing it for you and wanting to build you up. I have been in Ballroom 3 years now, countless wins state to state, mainstream Kiki. I've been everything from a regional princess to a overall princess to a mother, baby. I've been nominated all over the South. I had trophies in almost every state. Me and you are not the same. Every time me and you have battle, I beat you 6-1 with your sympathy vote from your perspective. But I saw something in you that I could have molded into something bigger and better because you had the drive. But you became uncoachable, and that's where your journey with me ended. Even after I consistently tried to encourage you, help pay to buy the things you needed for your effects, you still didn't want my help. And that's okay, I respect it. And stop speaking on my son, love. He's literally 20 years old, and you kept trying to take him out on dates, and he respectfully declined. But now, after you can't get a piece, now all of a sudden he's getting in the bathroom. Bitch, be for real. We had a whole house party at your... And if you saw him hunching and you felt the way about it, why you ain't tap him on his shoulder? You wait days later to say something. Allegedly, he did something in your bathroom. It's either you saw it or you didn't, love. When you read this, I want you to sit back and think, why did I start winning in Atlanta? It's because I created the background you walk, daughter. I created the breakdown you walk. You never won in Atlanta until I created new faith. For people like you to have a chance to not go against a bitch like me. I sat there every practice helping you change your salons, honey, helping you change your salons, honey, helping you sell it. Honey, change your posture and mold you into a star. But as soon as you got 2 wins, now you don't need to come to practice. And now you don't need any help, girlie. Daughter, get her. Honey, get her. Sticking her daughter on her. Buy a ponytail. She said, buy a ponytail. Honey. Love Atlanta Mother Trophy Juice Couture, the 2-time $500 girl, bitch. Baby, shout out to the kittens. I had the Kiki. I had a little Kiki off of that one. Honey, I had a little Kiki off of that one. I don't see it going to fisticuffs. I hope it don't go to fisticuffs. Auntie said y'all don't need to fight. It's not calling for it. It's not calling for it. Y'all little Kiki across the internet. That's a little Kiki, honey. That's a Kiki, honey. I live for it. I live for it. Honey. Baby, honey, come on, though. You know, if I'm giving my auntie opinion, come on. It's giving turncoat. It's giving turncoat. It's giving questionable because, honey, remember when you were singing Trophy's praises? The girls remember when you were singing Trophy's praises. Iconic, you said. Powerful, you said about Trophy. Unforgettable, you said. Come on, what happened? Come on, I'm going to tell you something. Keep your house business off the internet. Come on. Come on, if you come to mainstream, you better especially keep it off the internet. Because you come to mainstream carrying. I ain't going to be the only one talking about it. Honey. And you know the other girls ain't going to go safe on you. Baby. Yeah. Baby. I know y'all tired of Brorilla, ain't y'all? I know y'all tired of Brorilla, ain't y'all? Ain't y'all tired of Glorilla's stepdaughter? Ain't y'all tired of Glorilla's evil stepsister? No, I think that's her blood sister. Brorilla, Scarface. Child, honey. Scarface gonna make sure that we get tired of Scarface. Baby, honey. I don't know if you know, but recently Glorilla offered to pay a fan's tuition. Somebody who was in the audience, she offered to pay their tuition. So of course, Brorilla had to go up behind her and rant and rave and talk about how Glow didn't even want to put $1,000 down toward her nephew's car. Da 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 da. This, that, and the third. I know you probably say to yourself, Bre, not Brorilla still acting like this. Ain't Brorilla supposed to be on Zeus coming up in the season of Zeus or something, or now that's TV or something? Ain't Brorilla supposed to be getting money? Yeah, she's supposed to be, honey, but I think she's crazy as catnip. Honey, if you didn't know about that TV, you probably didn't know that there's a disc record out there. Yes, child, she done put out a song called Therapy. And in the song, she talks about Glorilla, she talks about Lotto, she talks about Glorilla's boyfriend, honey. She talking about a little bit of everybody. I can't play the song without risking copyright infringement, and I'll be damned if I put every dollar in Brorilla's pocket. But I can play the rant, and this rant is pretty much the song. Just imagine this rant rhyming and with a beat.
Fuck Drake, fuck Soulja Boy, fuck Lotto, fuck Glow. Lotto, you not even getting claimed in public by your baby daddy, bitch. Like, how you pregnant by a married man while you want to sit here and put Glow on the record. Both of y'all bitches running behind Cardi B crown. Y'all could never get or take on no day. Yeah. Drake, bitch, you suing a motherfucker over dissing the shit out you. Like, I thought it was good. I thought it was cool. Y'all write this song back to back. You's a bitch any motherfucking way. Cause you mad cause Kendrick Lamar got on your ass since you want to sit here and applaud Lotto, bitch. Soulja Boy, your outfit still big as fuck ever since you, and you lame as a motherfucker and can't rap. And I'm coming for all y'all ass. Fuck all y'all. And anybody who like that motherfucking song and I stamped it, the whole lame as hell, them dust ass, 3 ass ball hoe, get like Cardi B. If you sign anything like Cardi B, sign right here, bitch. You and Lotto could never be Cardi B. Y'all bitches got to jump on the motherfucking record together to try to get the type of views Cardi B get. Let's go. I'm done being nice. Fuck this shit.
Yeah. Apparently we ain't done with Brorilla. Apparently Brorilla ain't letting up on this. Apparently Brorilla can't keep the phone out of face. I blame the straight people. I blame all the Glorilla fans because if Glow didn't get so big, we wouldn't have had to worry about Bro. I'm blaming y'all. If Gloria didn't become famous, then we wouldn't have had to worry about Scarface. And what is she telling people that her name was Glory? My sister called her Gloria. Honey. Her sister want to be on the internet and talk about veneers and buying jewelry. Girl, you going to have to get a new car or some insurance or something because what? I just want y'all to pray for Brorilla, and I want y'all to pray for my last nerve because with the fact that I'll be working on the internet, I have to see Brorilla. My God, today. I try to avoid talking about her, but then I'll be like, Bre, equal opportunity. She's a gay. She's one of the gays, and all you do is sit up and talk about all the gays all the time, and gay stuff, and gay people, and the questionable gays in the DLs. Honey, you got to talk about Brorilla. Can we have a vote? Can we have a vote on whether I could just let Brorilla go? Speaking of letting it go, honey, our girlfriend to the show, honey, none other than the iconic Kels. Baby, she broke the internet on y'all this week. Damn, she, Kelly broke. I said this penis. That was a slip of the tongue, honey. This picture is censored, honey. Censored so that you can't get into the testicular of it all. Honey, baby. But y'all done AI renditions and everything. Y'all done AI renditions and everything. And Kelly posted this one, honey. Kelly wanted y'all to know there ain't no shame in her hang. Honey, ain't no shame in her slang. Honey, it ain't no shame with her thing. Baby, somebody come save me here, Jesus. Honey. Lexi said that it started a trend. Lexi said that all the girls is feeling they wild oats now or showing they wild oats now because of Kelly. Honey. Lexi said that y'all shouldn't have been making excuses for Kelly. Yeah, a lot of people was making excuses for Kelly free balling because they said it was hot in Texas. What happened? Can you hear me? You can't hear me? You can't hear me, Armani? It says picking up the volume. Oh shit! Did it? But can you hear me? Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me? I imagine the sound. I imagine it went out for a second. Yeah, yeah. I imagine the sound did. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I imagine the sound did change. Because this mic died. This mic died. I hope the camera didn't die on me. Oh, I think it's there. Oh. Oh. The charger. Oh, Technolo here. I figured out what it was, honey. The charger ain't been given what I needed to give, honey. I'm gonna come back on the screen in a second when she load up. Honey, I'm gonna let her charge a little bit. Let her do her thing. Anyway, honey, yeah, the girls was making excuses, honey. The girls was making excuses for Kylie. They said that Kylie had the right to free ball because of how hot it was in Texas, honey. Kylie said, "I'm in Texas and I ain't gonna hold him." That's what Kylie said, honey. Kylie said she was gonna let him go. And now the girls is trending, honey. Y'all just be looking for reasons to not touch anyway. Especially the young girls, honey. Yeah. They be finding out real quick what they got themselves into, honey, when that thing be tied in the knot, tied in the bow. But what I really want to know is what the hell happened between the icons? What happened between Kelly and Janice, honey? And why does Kelly have the icon Janice in the uproar? Kelly, why do you have the icon Janice up in the uproar?
Hello, everyone. So I just saw the video of, I guess Kelly on her Bigo or whatever the fuck she was on, talking shit about me and my circumstances. And first, I just want to say, they're done, bitch. Let me tell you something, baby. I could have one tooth in my mouth, and I would still be sitting over you for life, bitch. Okay?
Oh
You're a
my.
big ass fucking man. You're still mad, I see. I don't know why, baby. I've been already eradicated you from my life for like years ago. I don't know what you're mad about, but baby, when you speak my name, put some respect on it, okay, bitch? That's for one, okay? You don't. It's ridiculous that at this point, someone who I don't know has a public accusation of essaying someone, and giving them drugs and things of that nature. These accusations are public. I would think that you would have more to do than be talking about Janice's business. But hey, I don't know how that works. Okay, because yes, beyond my pay grade, bitch. I don't think about you. I don't know anybody you know. I don't associate with you. So keep my name out of your mouth or speak it with respect. Okay. Now, as far as the situation goes, here it is. I was asked to join the House of Revlon. Yes. I've also been asked to be Mother Mizrahi, something that Kelly could never do. Even, I don't know how many trophies you had to buy or how long you've been there, but they never offered you the mother position, so I don't know. I was also offered mother positions in 2 other houses, and I didn't even think I was going to be walking balls at all anymore, to be honest with you guys. But again, they asked me. It was through Kim, who's the mother of New York. And I was like, okay, maybe that would be cool. My uncle's in there, my actual uncle. I've always been, I thought, a friend to the House of Revlon because years ago, Tony used to go up for me like all the time. So, there was a one time where I walked, I think the Masters of Vogue, something like that. And he went crazy. He was just like, I should have won over Kashmir. And he was so upset about that. And then I remember one time I was in a bind, and I called Tony, and he sent me money. So, I always thought I was just like an honorary member anyway, so it was like a no-brainer. I was like, okay, I could do that. Plus, I had a production that I wanted to do, and I'm still going to be doing that. But and I was like, okay, this would be a little vehicle for me, and I could see that. So we went ahead with it. Yes, it is true. Tony did not approve of that. He didn't like that. I don't know what it was about. I mean, most likely it was having to do, what I was told was between him and Keisha. And as far as Keisha goes, she is a fat person. So I don't know anything about this con situation. I don't know nothing about that. But I do know that Keisha doesn't really need to be anything but what she is. So, you could ask Keisha about that. But all I know is that her and Tony did have some kind of words back and forth, I guess. I don't know what that was about, but as far as I'm concerned, and I'll call it my opinion, but ain't nobody been checking for the House of Revlon like that. So, and I told Tony the same thing, and I'll say it here again. I don't need a House of Revlon or any house at this point. I'm really good being Jiggy Ja, okay? That's a thing, and I'm good with that. So if I never join another house, I'm good, baby. My name is always around the world. It rings bells, boo-boo. So my fans are my fans, and they don't care about what house I'm in because I am a singular person. I am a force by myself and a movement. So again, I don't need a House of Revlon. If anything, that would have been a coup for the House of Revlon for me to come out, and we all know this. So cut it out. Hey, if they don't want me, I said, Tony, good. I'm good on that. That's fine. Hey, I'm Jiggy Ja. So that was that. Now, again, I will be making my appearance again, and I will be doing whatever I'm going to be doing. But obviously, I will not be associated with the House of Revlon, and that's completely fine. However, Kelly don't know shit about nothing. She's obviously still trying to make her name doing Wendy Williams shit, and because she has no talent, she can't do anything else, obviously. So this is still her shtick. I get it. You would think you would find another gig by now, but hey, that's what she still wants to do. That's fine. But just come with correct tea, okay? And like I said, speak my name with respect, or don't speak it, boo-boo, okay? So yeah, that's the situation on that. I'm Jiggy Ja. I'm Janice. I have teeth, okay? And I'm good. So, anything else you guys want to know, you can hit me up. My DMs are always full. And yeah, I would have no problem answering any questions because let me repeat my sister Lexi's sentiment. Ain't nobody gonna make my mouth look like ketchup. Boo boo. That being said, I'm out of here. Bye bye.
She said, and I'm out this bitch. Jiggy Ja, honey, y'all. Kelly, what did you do to get the good sister Janice up and on camera? Honey, Janice said, they're done. They're done. Honey, yeah, Jiggy Job, yeah, you do have a fan base, Jiggy Job, you definitely do. Honey, I remember when I first posted you, people who wasn't even in Ballroom just gravitated towards you. Um, so yeah, use your powers for good, sister. I I can't get with the dissing the Wendy Williams that, honey, because y'all know, honey, I stay on the internet telling somebody stay in business. Hey, hey. And y'all here listening too, honey, because we all know this hell, honey. You got to know what's going on around you. You got to know when to be more careful. Alright. You know what I mean? Imagine if we didn't have some of the discussions that we've had over here, honey. Some of y'all would be out here winging it. Would be out here winging it, honey, on a wing and a prayer. Honey. Jiggy Jive said, I'm coming back to the scene. What had happened? See, I missed this tea. I missed this tea. I've been in rehearsals and stuff. Honey, I've been missing Petty Mondays and all of the things. Honey, I can only catch it when the other people record it for me and when people send me snippets and stuff like that. It's a messy set. Alright. It's a messy set. Alright, I think she might be good for me to come back. Back to life. Let's see. Let's test her. Let's see. Let's see if she's back to life. Back to life. Oh, she is. I'm here. All right. Honey, y'all done got Jiggy Jar upset. Y'all, let's do a mic check since I had to switch mics. I want to do a mic check so we can see which mic is better. Okay. This is mic number one. This is what we've been listening to since the mic changed. This is mic number one. Okay. I'm about to switch to mic number two. This is mic number two. Mic number two. Check, mic. Check, mic. You have to let me know, or I would love for you to let me know. I'm asking you, I'm begging you to let me know. I'm begging you to let me know if mic 2 is better or if mic 1 is better. Again, this is mic 2. This is mic 2. I'm about to switch to mic 1. Back to mic 1. Which one is better? The system is telling me that mic 1, this is mic 1. The system is telling me that mic 1 is louder. The system is telling me that mic 1 is louder. And now this is mic 2. The system is telling me that mic 2 is not as loud. But just because mic 1 is louder doesn't mean that it's better. So I want to know, which one do y'all like better, mic 1 or mic 2? And again, this is mic 2 that we're on now. Mic 1 is what we've been on these past couple of stories. Mic 1 is harsher. Mic 1 is harsher, Troy. Okay. V said okay, y'all said it's muffled, it's giving microwave. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Thank y'all. That's what I thought. They're both Apple mics. And what's crazy is my little mic that I got off of Temu, my little cheap mic that I've had for years. This mic that you can get even in my TikTok store. I sell it in my store where I sell the MetaQ products and all that. You can get this mic. Again, it's lasted for years. Rechargeable. The only reason this mic isn't working is because this mic is hooked up to a camera. Well, this camera. This mic is hooked up to this camera. And this camera was dead. This camera had died. It died. This the camera that died on this last week too, or a couple of days ago. But yeah, the only reason I'm not using this mic is because this camera died, and now to avoid the battery crashing, I'm just charging the camera without adding the mic and charging the camera at the same time. Cause honey, last time we was live, baby. Last time we was live, baby. She said, no, ma'am. She said, Bre, I'm going to sleep. She said, I don't know why you and the peoples ain't tired. I don't know why you and the fam ain't tired. I don't know why you and your cousins ain't tired. But I'm going to go ahead to sleep. So, sister, you going to have to talk to them on your phone. That's what the whole system has said. She was fried. She was fried. We had to pray on her. We had to pray over top her. We had to pray over top her, honey. Because Lord knows, we ain't trying to replace no mainframe right now, honey. We got other laptops and stuff over here, but I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the best one. This is the best one. Honey, if I could sell these, if they would sponsor me, I might. But I don't know, because their company ain't too great. Their company ain't too great. Okay, let's get back into the tea. I just wanted to do a mic check, and we only have a couple more teas left. But before we wrap it up. Woo, woo, woo. So we still in the ballroom, huh? We is still on the ballroom set. We is still talking about femme queens, honey. Brandy Bugatti, honey. Brandy 007, honey. Sister recently twirled, honey. Sister recently had went over to Europe and twirled, honey. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She walked the Hollywood, the Welcome to Hollywood ball. I believe it was in London. Yeah, London. Honey, baby had ends up winning grand prize for trilogy. Honey. Who don't know what the trilogy was given, honey, you had to be a siren, which means you had to be sexy, honey. You had to have body, and you had to have face, honey. They said Brandy had all three. So, that wasn't a problem. That wasn't a problem. The problem was when it came time to walk siren. The problem was when it came time to walk siren, honey. I don't know what they had going on over there in London, honey. But this was the female figures. The female figures that came out first, honey. And it was given Queen of the Dams. Yeah, y'all remember that Alia movie, Queen of the Dam, honey, booked by Anne Rice or somebody Rice. Honey, some white woman named Rice. Honey, yeah. Honey. Same one who wrote Interview with the Vampire. Yeah, honey. It was given Queen of the Dams. Yeah, honey. The female figures, honey. This is how they sell sirens. This is how they be selling the sirens over in Europe, apparently, honey. This is apparently, over here in America, we do too much, honey. They be damn near voguing. When they selling Siren over here, honey, you know, you got to do a whole stripper performance, honey. Child, if they had a pole, honey, I think the children would climb it. When it's time to walk Siren. But over in Europe, this is what they was giving at the Welcome to Hollywood. I don't know how they was having a Welcome to Hollywood ball in Europe, but word. Okay, honey, it should have been Welcome to Big Ben or Welcome to the Eiffel Tower or something. You know what I mean? I think that would have been better suited, honey. But yeah, the girls was walking, the girls was getting these tens, honey. It was all country kind, honey. Baby, it was all country crackers. It was all cheese and crackers. Like, everything was good. Like, everything was good until Sister here walks. Oh, no, it wasn't her. It wasn't her. She got her 10. She got her 10, honey. Ah, that's right. It was Gigi that had got chopped. Yes, right here, honey. Gigi Revlon had got chopped, honey. They said she wasn't a Siren. No, this wasn't Trilogy. This was just the Siren. And they said that Gigi wasn't just a Siren, honey. Yeah, it became a whole argument. It became a whole thing, honey. I don't know if they were saying that she wasn't a Siren or she wasn't dressed like Queen of the Dam because, girl, we don't never remember Queen of the Dam wearing nothing but a corset. I don't remember Queen of the Dam being naked in nothing but a corset. I remember Queen of the Dam wearing a whole outfit. Honey, it was given very see-through and very sheer at the bottom, you know, Queen of the Vampires and things like that, honey. But it was very much given that. It was very much, it was very much given what needed to be given. It was very much given what needed to be given, honey. Yeah, sell it like a Siren, honey. Everything was good just a second ago, honey. Everything was good just a contestant ago. But after they chopped Gigi, it became chop for chop. After they chopped Gigi, it became chop for chop, honey. They say after Gigi got chopped in her Queen of the Damn corset, honey, they said ain't nobody getting through. Ain't nobody else getting through. Yes, they is acting like that over in London. Honey, child, I don't know whether you should blame me, Kelly, Beagle, baby, but the European girls then became a shady, messy political set over there too. Yes, I was wondering why Europe had a Kiki scene. This whole time I was wondering why Europe had a Kiki scene because, you know, Europe was known to be a Kiki, the whole scene. You know, but now I'm starting to see, honey, they got politics in the mainstream European scene. That was a cute little twerk. That was a cute little twerk sound. Child, honey, she said, y'all can play with me if y'all want. Play with me if y'all want, honey. So yeah. Honey, and this is your girl Brancy. Your girl Brancy comes out. Brancy came out barefooted, honey. Yeah, honey. Brandy said, I just won Trilogy, so I know damn well they chopped Brandy. They chopped Brandy. They chopped Brandy for Siren. Yes, they chopped Brandy for Siren, honey. Somehow, magically, they saw the appeal for Trilogy, but they didn't see the appeal for Siren. The messiest of sets. Brandy went on. The good sister Brandy went on. Brandy had went off. Brandy had went on a rant. Brandy had went on a rant. Y'all ain't tell me that the camera was cockeyed. Brandy had went on a rant, honey. Brandy went on a rant on Facebook, honey, said that the London scene is shady. Honey said that they played in her face. Honey said that how the hell was she a chop for Siren when she was just a grand prize for a piece of the same cat. Oh, she went on a rant. Child, honey, it was so nasty she done took it down. She took it down before I could get to it. But another reason that she took it down, not just because it was nasty, was because Cartel West had got her together. I told y'all they're a messy set over there in London, honey.
Like, I get why you upset. Firstly, let me just thank you for the effort you did make to come and support my board. Supporting me was something that I really appreciate, which is why I went above and beyond to find out what the situation was. And you actually saw me stop the board to ask why the chop was. And then that's when Snooki got involved, okay? But this whole story about someone coming to you and telling you that it had been a setup, like, first of all, no disrespect, most of the girls in the UK don't know you, or in Europe, okay? So there was no reason that anyone would have to try and stop your shine and to stop the sunny spell you was bringing to London. Like, you looked great. You'd had a really big moment with Trilogy, so there was no reason. Now, since this has all taken place, I've spoken to the Arga young lady who was judging the panel, and she was always the judge billed for the panel. The reason why it had swapped is because there was a point when she needed to take a toilet break, so the house father for Balenciaga came and sat on the panel for maybe like 10 minutes, which is when you had walked Trilogy, and then when she returned from the toilet, they swapped back, which happened with many of the judges through the nights, from the Gorgeous Gucci, Agent Ricky, the Mugles. It happens, okay? The issue is what she had said to me, and she speaks very limited English. She is French. Most of the judges that were on the panel were either from France or from the USA. So there was actually no one from the UK on the panel when you walked Sex Siren. What she said today, communicating in writing, because I'm guessing she was using Google Translate or whatever, so she was able to give me a better breakdown. And I think this is after you jumped into her inbox, Brandy, and was, getting into it with her. But what she said to me was, in Europe, they don't just judge Sex Siren because you walk it, you also have to sell it too. And she felt that because you had won Trilogy, you came out and felt like you didn't really need to do anything and that you should just automatically win Sex Siren, so she didn't see it.
So she wasn't selling it. You just can't walk it out.
I didn't sell it
Okay,
for my
so wait, hold on.
hands.
So,
did not say that.
well, I don't know. So if you don't really want to chop somebody here in the States,
You said she didn't say
and
that
you
on.
think that they hold on, y'all. If you don't want to chop somebody here in the States, and you think they are the category, you say to them, and I know all of us have, baby, you need to do something, or I'm gonna chop you. Do something. Come on.
But also, there are different interpretations of sexy, and there are categories that take place in the US that take place in Europe that is different. Realness categories, when it comes to fug realness, it's a different set here in Europe compared to your fug realness, and what's sexy in one country might not have been sexy in that particular country for that particular person. Now, what I will say is this young lady, the Aga lady concerned, she actually walks runway. But she's a very competent judge, which is why I put her on my panel. She's not someone who gives like mean girl energy. Like I said, Brandy, I definitely respected that you came to London, you spent your money, and you clearly spent a lot of time on your effects for Trilogy, and you did great. And I just felt like you had a really great moment, and you just proceeded to crash out like in 24 hours in 2 different time zones, mind you. And you kind of stole your moment from the moment that you had with Trilogy. And that was just disappointing for me because you looked amazing. You represented yourself so well. But then all day with this social media stuff, like you've said a lot of inflammatory things about the UK, about people setting up. I would love to know who approached you to tell you it was a setup.
And I hope nobody not kicking nobody. Don't kick nobody. Go ahead, Brandy.
That's why I also said to you, Cartel, I thanked you as well
You did.
explaining this to me. So that was, and again, I was me.
Brandy has said that they were setting things up, honey. Brandy has said that it was a scheme that Trump has set up to come to us with the board. What do y'all think? What do y'all think, honey? Brandy said that she brought the Queen of the Dam to life. Brandy said that she brought Aaliyah to life, honey. Do y'all see it? Is it 10s? I'm giving it a 10. I'm giving it a 10. What y'all giving it? Give me one. Give me one. Yes. Baby, Brandy said it was a scheme that Tyra had set up. Brandy. Now you know by now, you ain't new to the ballroom scene. You know by now, baby, that the Butch Queens is a mouthpiece. That you know by now how the Butch Queens do. Brandy, I'm assuming that you might have thought that it was different because they was white Butch Queens in Europe. Girl, honey, they might not have access to a Gap. But honey, that piece of work over there, you ain't never seen Top Boy. That is a piece of work over there. Brandy, more other stories, sis. Whenever you walk a ball, prepare to be chopped. When you walk in, prepare to be chopped. It don't matter who you are. We've seen undeniable people get chopped. Classic moments. People making classic moments and getting chopped. For real, a chop in ballroom, if it's shade, ain't nothing. And if you have the confidence to know that you are the category and that you are bringing it how you're supposed to, no. If you have the confidence to know that you are the category, if you have the confidence to know that you are Siren, that you are real, I'll use myself for example. Somebody chopping me for realness, I'm gonna key. I'm gonna key. I'm gonna key somebody chopping me for realness. People have said that I'm clocky. And we know that that's the key. Of course, I don't look like plastic. I don't look like a doll. I have no silicone nowhere in my body and don't want any. But that's more reason why I'm real. Because I didn't need it. But the point I'm trying to make is that you have to know it. Don't let anybody take you out of your character. Especially about something that you know that you have. If you know that you give appeal, what's the point of being mad at somebody chopping you, honey? You still sell it. And you do post exactly what you post on the internet side by sides. And I would have covered it down. Me personally. I would have let the public judge. I would repost my chop. What do you think? Remember how Jaguar reposted him and Prince's battle and said, give me one? If you know you got it, ain't no need to be mad at somebody trying to convince you you don't. That's the moral of the story. Honey, baby, we got another moral, and this is the last story. Some of y'all might have came here for this one. Hold on, let me check to make sure. Yeah, this is the last story. Honey, some of y'all might have came here for this one because y'all seen it in the headlines. Honey, baby, I am at rehearsal, minding my business. Well, minding somebody else's business because I'm on stage being somebody else. Honey, But no, I was at rehearsal. What's going wrong now? It's going in and out and making a rattling sound. What's happening? Hold on. Let's do a quality check to make sure it ain't Armani's raggedy phone. Give me a 1 in the chat if the sound is good. Give me a 2 if it's choppy, if it's going in and out. Please. It's ghetto over here. It's ghetto over here. Do we have enough charge for me to put the mic back in? Because it is ghetto over here. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna break down the tea on what happened at rehearsal. Thank you, V. I'm gonna break down the tea and why. Don't play with your phone. Well, V is disagreeing with you, Armani, and we know how your phone like to do dips. We know how your phone be giving extracurricular performance, honey. So let me there's enough charge on the phone to be able to close out this show. So let me find my mic. What did I do with my mic? Oh, I think this is the one I was using. Yeah, so we can get this taken care of right now. Are we about to start the rap? Now the system tells me it ain't no rattle now on mine. You hear that? Silence. Armani, it's your phone. Honey, baby. Child, you making us look bad, Armani. You making us look ghetto over here. We ghetto enough. But anyway, I'm at my good rehearsal, pretending to be my good person, playing my good part, doing my good acting things, Savannah. Honey, I guess the tea that Rihanna then broke up with A$AP Rocky, or they was at the Met Gala going through it because A$AP Rocky was seeing some OF girl, was seeing some OnlyFans model. They broke up over an OnlyFans model. They was going through it over an OnlyFans model, honey. That's what I had heard at the good play when I was doing my good rehearsal. I said, oh my God, what's going on, honey? And I had knew, I was at rehearsal, so I couldn't, be playing. I couldn't hear the audio, but I had already seen it had come on my feed. TMZ was saying something about Rihanna and Rocky. Looked like they was in a Sprinter van or something. I was like, oh my God. So that's what they was doing in the van. They was arguing. She said, yeah, huh? Child, I had to do my investigation to find out what was really going on. But this is what TMZ had caught.
Oh, she's tired. Or Riri. Oh, she's not happy. Oh, she's not happy. I'm looking at his. They are not happy.
Just don't come up, guys. What? Don't go up.
Oh, but they're not happy. Are they arguing?
Low key looks like it. They were partying when they left. I'm tired. I think they spent like 4 hours getting her ready. She was
back it up. To your left, Riri. Riri, over here, please. To your left, Riri.
You were beautiful.
Where you going? Where you guys going?
Honey, apparently TMZ releases this footage of Rihanna and Rocky in the Sprinter van. And because they wasn't cheesing for y'all, everybody outside then came out with this narrative that they must be mad at each other and they must be fussing. Clearly, the people who came up with that assumption wasn't black. I think that sometimes non-black people be forgetting that rich, famous niggas are still niggas. Didn't Jay-Z tell y'all the song is called Story of OJ? Because these niggas wasn't cheesing, they had to be fighting. Like, what? Y'all be forgetting that celebrities is real people, don't y'all? Child, honey, before Rihanna and Rocky could get to the house, honey, before they could make it out of the Sprinter van and up to their hotel room, honey, the people had already made up a narrative that they was arguing at the Met Gala, and it had something to do with Rocky talking to other girls, honey. And then before you knew it, the narrative spun out that Rocky was talking to Tyler. And that's what him and Rihanna was in the back of the Sprinter van fussing about. They was fussing about Tyler. Rocky and Tyler. So, of course, I had to do my investigation. For one, I didn't believe it. I didn't think that Rocky would be that stupid. I didn't think that Tyler would be that stupid. Tyler's clearly a big fan of Rihanna and has talked about how Rihanna be snubbing her. She's clearly trying to get on Rihanna's good side. I think that if they was having each other and they were doing things, honey, it wouldn't be exposed. They wouldn't be exposing each other at the Met Gala. But I could be wrong. You know, you can't put nothing past people, right? So I had to do my due diligence, honey. And I had to get into the clip. But as I was getting into the clip, I'm like, where the hell is Tyler? Where's Tyler? And Rocky is just flirting with his mistress right there. Rocky just flirting with his mistress right there. Really? That's what y'all thought? That's what y'all still thinking? Tyler said it wasn't giving that.
I look crazy right now, but I just woke up. My voice is raspy. But basically, y'all, everyone knows I love Ree. Oh my gosh. So I met her last year. And she was cool. You know, I met her, but I think she was occupied because she was like, I went up to her, I was like, oh, hey, you know. She was like, hey, my baby daddy's calling me. And then she left. And I was like, oh, maybe she was busy. So I don't know. I felt awkward. What the heck? I felt awkward. I don't know how to say hi. If I feel like someone's busy, it's like, So this time, I was waiting for my car and she was right there. And I was, yeah. So.
Keep this picture in mind. Tyler posted that herself and said that was her. Right? And the rumor started spreading so much that Tyler ended up doing a damn TikTok to tell y'all that she is focused on Rihanna and she don't give a damn about A$AP Rocky.
Yeah. So this time, yeah, I don't want to go up because I felt like she was busy. You know what I mean? And the last time she was busy. So I want to, like, when we do speak, if we do end up speaking ever, I want it to be, like, calm. So we both can just, you know, vibe and talk nicely.
Baby, if you don't catch the accent, honey, it's like patois mixed with Britain. It was like Cartel. It's like Cartel West mixed with Trevor Noah. Basically, Tyler was saying that y'all crazy. Rihanna was giving like she didn't want to be bothered, and I had already approached her before when it seemed like she didn't want to be bothered, and so I'm not trying to make the same mistakes twice. But I still love Rihanna, and I'm obsessed, and I want to have a conversation with Rihanna. So I just watched her from afar. That's what Tyler said. So then I was like, remember how we talked earlier about how videos could be misleading and they can be edited purposefully to be misleading?
You know what I mean? You know how we do that.
What do you think about Travis?
Remember that picture that Tyler showed us herself on her TikTok page? Tyler was on the opposite side of Rihanna, staring at Rihanna from afar like an obsessed fan. And somehow, instead of going with the obvious story that is given stalker, y'all jumped to her and ASAP Rocky screwing. Child, it's crazy. It's crazy that there's so many people out here getting paid to think and they don't think very well. Praise the Lord. Tyler, Rihanna, ASAP in the back. Rihanna already seemingly irritated, but keeping it cute for the camera, for her fans, for people like us who will end up watching this footage. I think that them niggas is just tired. Why do they have to be mad and angry and fighting? Because y'all don't see them smiling. They done been smiling and shucking and jiving for crackers and shit all damn day. Honey, maybe these people is tired. My God, they done been getting pampered and primed up and made up and No. I think ASAP and Rihanna are fine. But I understand questioning the relationship because y'all been questioning their relationship since they first got together. Because remember, she was with Hassan, honey. And y'all was reporting that she wasn't broke up with Hassan for a week before she was with Rocky. Y'all was making a lot of innuendo about her relationship with Hassan and when it ended and when her relationship with Rocky began. Keep in mind, the people who write in these stories don't know these people personally. Y'all don't know when the hell their relationship ended and when her relationship with Rocky started. We know when she told us. And she also didn't give us any nuance or any breakdown about why they broke up, how they broke up, when they broke up, the semantics, none of that. And a lot of people still blames it on Rihanna. They said that Rihanna had to be the problem because, Hassan is this billionaire, philanthropist, da-da-da-da-da, honey. Well, y'all always worried about the time that Rihanna had got with Rocky, but y'all don't pay attention to the time when Hassan married Lena. Hassan married Lena in 2012. Him and Rihanna broke up in 2011, based on what we know. Within 1 year, not even a whole year of us being aware that he broke up with Rihanna, he is already married to somebody else. All of a sudden, automatically, y'all jump to the woman being a problem. Jesus Christ. Him and Lena ain't together no more. It lasted 5 years. I also know that some of us still remember before Rocky got with Rihanna and how he was a hot ass mess and how he was out here in these streets, honey. And a lot of people remember this GQ issue when Rocky was talking about sex, drugs, and rock and roll and the life of essentially being a rock star and how he had no interest in monogamy. And a lot of us remember that interview with Mos Def, honey, or y'all seen Bay, honey. And Rocky was talking about how he never had any interest in settling down and multiple women and all of the things. So I get it. And we already have this ideal to never trust no nigga them. No, don't trust no nigga, no. Stupid hoe, how you figure he won't fuck your best friend and your sister. I understand, I get it. But I think some of y'all forgot that since that GQ article, Rocky had gotten that fight over in Europe. Remember? I think it was Sweden. Might have been Sweden. It was somewhere in Europe. He had gotten a fight, honey, and they put his ass in jail. Y'all don't remember that? Honey? Y'all don't remember that? When he went to jail. That was after he was talking about non-monogamy and stuff. Honey, I think that man could have possibly changed his perspective. And I think that them people are very likely in love. However, I'm aware that they are human, and I don't expect their love to be perfect. I honestly don't expect it to be much different from the love of us broke, the love amongst us broke and unknown. Yeah, she could have, they both do have a lot of people that they could choose from. And they seem to be choosing each other, and I'm promoting that love. They got kids. I don't know why y'all be playing with people. Honey, and for everybody, again, who thinks that they was angry and they was mad and all the things, honey, I don't think that it's sticking for a lot of y'all that Rihanna is a billionaire, honey. At this point, she don't give a good damn what none of y'all think about her. All the smiling and grinning that she done in people's face who she don't like. I think she's just a cool bitch. Cool bitches ain't got to smile all the time, and they usually don't. It's just a vibe. Listen to the things that they say and how they say them. And keep in mind that these are the type of people who's going to tell you what they thinking, whether you like it or not. Maybe she's just a cool chick.
So what was your day like today?
Today was honestly hoping that I could meet the moment and catch somebody's eye contact. So many people, when they come here on the carpet, it's take. But my goal was to give back. Because I feel like your talent gives us.
Well,
so I just
you
wanted
deserve to be poured into as well.
Thank you. So can
it's
this
not
be
all about giving into everybody.
Thank you, Rihanna.
You deserve to be poured into, and you're beautiful. You're a black journalist, and I respect you, and I love you for this.
Thank you.
And by the way, your outfit is fire.
Love you, Rihanna.
Baby, honey, Rihanna don't give up at this point, honey. She knows she got folks that's going to live for her undeniably, honey. She got enough money for her lineage to be taken care of completely, honey. She got plantation slave money, honey. Baby, leave them people alone. It's giving jealous. Y'all, man. I think people be mad when black people find love and stuff. Is y'all considering Rihanna black? I know how y'all change the rules every 3 Wednesdays, honey. But Rihanna being Caribbean, is she still black? Oh, hey, Troy. Troy sent us a $20 super chat. Shout out to Troy. Troy, you just made my night. Honey, baby. My character that I'm playing is a bitch. And I'm going to be smiling tomorrow at rehearsal. They gonna say, Bre, you getting paid for this role. Why is you smiling? No. Baby, I'm a bomb actor. I'm telling you. If you don't believe me, come and see for yourself. Yes. I will put the link for the tickets in the description of this video, but I am going to warn y'all, the tickets are going fast and it's a very intimate venue. It's a very small place. Yeah, it's not going to be a lot of ticket options. It's a very intimate play. This is a very like insider type of deal. It's going to be, of course, family. My family members will be there. My friends and family will be there. Other cast members, friends and family will be there. And other than that, it's going to be like theater and film and insiders. Like, yeah. This director, I told y'all before, I worked with her before. She's dope. Love Alma Davenport. Like I said, it's black woman written, black woman directed. The stage manager is a black woman. The play, the main character surrounds a black woman. I'm one of the supporting characters. I actually play the main character's mom. Yes, child, honey, they done already threw me in that category, honey. Somebody's mama. But no, yeah, it's one of those things where, yeah, the who's who people are watching this play, essentially. It's just getting started. For anybody who is in performing arts, they already know what I'm talking about. We did a reading. I read for this character, did a table reading with this character before, and then we did another reading. I think I told y'all about that. If you're not familiar, you could get paid for reading the script. You and other actors will get paid for reading the script, and it's essentially giving the screenwriter, producers, directors, other people, it's giving them an idea of bringing the script to life. It's giving them an idea of what it would sound like for people to actually play these roles. And they record you and all the things, and then they go from there. Well, honey, I'll be doing my thing, honey, and there's very few characters that I've read for that I haven't gotten. Yes. And this is one of those instances. And yeah, it's dope. If I'm in it, it's dope. I'm here to tell you. I don't do no light work. If it's corny, if it's lame, if I'm not into it, if I don't like it, I ain't doing it. Period. Honey, I could be sitting in front of this computer for all that. And I thank you. Honey, talking to y'all. But no, it's dope. It's dope. It's dope. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, Daisy? Daisy Ream. Furry Boots 8. It was Furry Boots for you. It was the dramatic trans man for you, Daisy. Okay. Yeah. I think they both was cute. I think Soft was cute too, but I probably would have gave one to Drama on that one. I feel like Drama was feeling it more, but I'm excited to see trans men voguing, and they had told me that it was some trans men in Europe that was voguing that I was missing out on. So I'm gonna have to do my research, honey, and get into it a little bit more. What's going on, Unicorn? I'm gonna have to get into it a little bit more, honey. Child, y'all talk about Special K. Honey. Child. Honey. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter or not. Armani, you is always starting trouble with me during these live streams, honey. That's why the people think that we're ghetto. Nasty. And then you fussing at people in the live stream, honey. You zigged when you should have zagged. Honey, you zigged when you should have zagged. And that's what's going to happen with Dalton. He's going to zig when he should have zagged. And it's going to be giving Charlie Kirk. But we don't condone violence over here, and we not wishing that on Dalton. Honey, for me, honestly, he couldn't get me riled up that much. Calling me a chimp or any other racial slur, honestly, me personally. Like I tell y'all, like I use a lot of slurs purposefully to become desensitized to them. I think that you're delusional if you think that the slurs against marginalized groups of people are gonna disappear. So for me, that's how I process it best. It becomes a non-thing. Now I'm not letting a white person sit around me comfortably and call me out of my name in any way, shape, or form. I'm not letting anybody sit around me comfortably and call me out of my name or call me anything that they want. Period. Honey, baby, if I can't stop you from calling me names, then I just won't be sitting around you. And I won't be around you. And honey, I ain't gonna say what I would do if I was in an Dalton situation. What he wouldn't get me to do is scream and yell and fly off the handle, honey. But what he would cause me to do is make him extremely uncomfortable. And I can't give specifics because, then they might say it's premeditated or something if I'm ever in that type of situation. Heaven forbid. With a crazy Ku Klux cracker. Baby, y'all know how much I love putting people under the good years. Honey, what's going on, philosophical? What's going on? The philosophical Fuji, okay? Ooh la la la. Honey, Torre, I said that I was going to check out that Torre video of him talk about the Fugees and how we'll never get a Fuji biopic. What white dissertations are you talking about, V? Transplanting. Oh, you know that Billy could hit. I forgot that I said that this live stream. That was this live stream. I said transplanting. Gots to be more sober. Gots to know when to put it down. As I'm keeping it pumping. Chow, honey. I'm getting ready for bed, honey. I ain't thinking about y'all. It is almost 1 a.m. where I'm at, honey, and I'm preparing for bed because as soon as I shut this down, up off, yeah, honey, I'm going to be stretched out. Do you hear me, honey? Stretched out like a cot. Do you hear me? Yeah. Honey. Who got music out? What's going on, Angel? You asked, honey, is it Tina? Is it math? Honey, when the math ain't mathing, honey, it's usually mathing. Honey, baby. Armani, I used to be a big MIA fan too. I wasn't even going to admit it, but that is yet another thing we have in common other than, being black tranny and stuff. Yeah, I used to be a big MIA fan as well, honey, but I was also a big B.O.B. No, I wasn't really a big B.O.B. fan. I was a big fan of that song with him and Nicki. But she's a good example. I used to be a big fan of Nicki. And sometimes people just disappoint you. Honey, Troy asked if Special K still has her dignity. You knew that answer to that question when you asked it, Troy. Special K then set it up so that her children don't even have their dignity. Honey, Special K then set it up so that her children gonna be on Cardi B. When she's gone, there surely is, honey. The idea of her family having generational wealth, that idea and that coin has gone to Cardi B. Baby. Unless Tasha's willing to go to jail for it. Honey. You need to count how many times I said, honey. Stop. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to make me be self-conscious about the honey. Yeah. Brorilla proves every day why Glow don't just give and give. Child. Brorilla would be a pain in my ass. Do you hear me? Child, if that was my bro, honey, or my breast, honey, or my sibling, whatever their pronouns is, honey, kick square in the ass. I can't say what I would do. You know we don't condone violence over here. I can't say what I would do because again it might be considered premeditated. But what I will say is that if I were Glow, my sister wouldn't have the ability. After the first time, she wouldn't have the ability to get on nobody's phone network in front of nobody's camera and say anything disparaging about me. I promise you. I promise you after it happened once. And if she did do it again, it would be a struggle. And it would probably be a struggle to understand what she was saying. You know what I mean? Her name is Gloria Hallelujah Woods. And y'all wonder why Brorilla act like that. Brorilla act like that because somebody named her sister Gloria Hallelujah Woods. These is Memphis niggas. And Dalton thinks that he can be in the next county over and be safe, saying that people is chimping out. Dalton's goal is to try and take a Negro out. And if he's not stopped and forced to quit what he's doing, harassing people, I think that he may possibly end up taking a nigga out, but in a way that he's not expecting. Like, the nigga ain't gonna end up in the graveyard. And hopefully Dalton won't either. But the nigga might end up in jail. Or Dalton acting up like this. Keep in mind, bullets don't have no name. Dalton, you could end up taking out a white person. But then again, I don't think Dalton would care because Dalton already don't take care of his own children. So why would he care about shooting a white person who isn't a product of his DNA? A curse. Honey. What's going on? What's going on, the Bob? What's going on, to Bob? Are you from India, to Bob? Or is that just your screen name? What's going on, Chris? I'm glad we got the sound together. Armani said he need another Arm the Doll shirt. I guess that is my cue, honey, to try and sell y'all some Bre Starr merch. Child, I ain't trying to sell y'all nothing at this point. At this point, honey, because I'm not good at selling stuff anyway. So at this point, I just remind you that it's there. I just remind you that it's there, and you can play with it if you want. You can play with it if you want, honey. Because I ain't going to promise y'all that these ain't limited editions. You know we done limited editions before. You know we done limited editions. Honey. And y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea what's going to happen with me and the brand. Y'all have no idea what's going to happen with the Puss. Y'all have no idea what's going to happen with Bre Starr, honey. The merch is in the link in the description, honey, if you want to get some. Armani said that he screen recorded. Armani, you screen recording from a trash phone is not proving that your phone is not trash. And it's not proving that your phone is not the problem. Now, when I play it back, and if I hear that it's trash when I play it back to edit it, then you would get an apology. Why we always have to have these conversations publicly? That's Mr. Taking on new clients, honey. What's going on, Matthias? What's going on, ZMV in the building? ZMV in the building. The UK, they is trying to be grown over there in the UK. They is trying to be grown over there in the UK, Moni. If I forgot to shout out anybody else, I'm sorry. I'm getting tired on y'all. They is getting grown. Oh, I'm thinking about the UK and how it's turning for the worse. I was hoping that this wasn't going to happen. I was hoping that the shade and the politics from the US scene wasn't going to seep into international ballroom. But, honey, that's what you get for praying. Honey, that's what you get for praying and hoping and praying for niggas. Honey, y'all got to keep in mind, honey, that niggas is niggas just because they speak French. Honey. And I think Cartel might be white passing. I don't know. Over there, you don't know if they be Muslims or not, just because they be light skinned and passing for white. Honey, because I heard something, it sounded like he had a little melanin on one of his tonsils or something when he was talking, honey. And the way he was throwing shade, I ain't never heard no white punk throw shade like that. So I think it's just white adjacent. I think he's giving white on the outside. Chris Brown loves what? Why Rihanna and Beyonce gained 40 pounds? Honey, I don't be keeping up with people weight. We are body positive over here, Matthias. Honey, you know I'm a fat ass American who love other fat ass Americans, Matthias. Don't do it. I know y'all got me claiming America on a Friday morning. Jesus. I guess I can put TGIF on the stream because technically it is Friday while we stream it. Honey, we streamed into the weekend, bitch. Honey. Yes. Monique Dubois. Honey. I'm ready to stop fooling with y'all. What you say, Armani? You called me a bitch. Where is I? The ghetto. I'm taking that idea. You might be Kiki and Go, but I'm still in that idea. Y'all know that this is a joint venture. Y'all know that this is a joint venture over here, honey. And when you give me ideas, there are donations. But no shade, honey. If you good at what you do, honey, as soon as I make a coin, I'll pay you because I want to hire you. Honey, I want you to keep the ideas coming. But no. If y'all ever have any merch ideas, anything y'all want me to make, if I think it's dope, I'll do it. And I do think it's dope. The ghetto stays, honey. Yes, the ghetto. The ghetto. That's the key. I said it. God damn, you know you crazy when you say things that don't even remember you said it. Jesus. Armani, see, that's supposed to be your job to be picking up stuff like that. It sounds like you need to be replaced with Gaga. I'm joking because then you'll use that as an excuse to pick up 5 more clients, and we're not doing it. Not today, Satan. Not today. I know them people get cackling in your ear. Chill, honey. I ain't got time. No, but for real though, thank y'all for coming through. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy being here with y'all, Kiki and cutting up, having a little Billica session, breaking down the tea, trying to find out the real tea, trying to find out if it's fake news. Because y'all know sometimes we be catching up. Honey, the bigger publications, we be making people have to retract and redact and all of that. Baby. Honey, ask the girls how Mark Jacob know me. Ask Mark Jacobs how she know me. I had her ass retracting and redacting. Honey, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that set? Honey, ain't nobody. Let me get out of here before he make me highly upset on camera. Chat. Y'all already know what it's giving. If you want to donate to the channel, the Cash App's in the corner. It all goes toward improving quality. If you haven't noticed, we stepping our game up. Honey, even when we be having technical difficulties, honey, the quality is still better than when we started. But no, of course, I want to expand the team and all the things. And of course, you can gift me by gifting yourself. But in the merch store. And yeah, liking, sharing, and subscribing, though, is more than I could ask. And being here with me is more than enough. Peace, love, and blessings to you and yours. Until next time.